Also, new developments in the case of a Muskegon County Circuit Court judge candidate charged with domestic violence. Witnesses claimed they caught local attorney Jason Kolkema on video allegedly beating his girlfriend back in mid-August. 13 on your side's Charlie Tinker is joining us now live moments after Kolkema formally heard the charges against him. Charlie.
Yeah, Kirk, good afternoon to you. A visiting judge from Allegan County actually had to step in, presumably out of a conflict of interest with some of the local judges who he may have interacted with in the past. And there's a lot to unpack here, so bear with us. For starters, the judge referred to a dating relationship between Kolkema and the victim in this case, who again we are not naming. We also heard prosecutors ask the judge to alter the conditions of Kolkema's bond. That's over a handful of previous orders stemming from custody arrangements with several of the victim's minor children, preventing Kolkema from having contact during her parenting time. Orders they say he violated on several occasions, also advancing what appeared to be several allegations of child abuse. From a previous case, claiming he at one point threw a bottle of water at the victim and her child. Prosecutors also brought up several alleged previous altercations between the two of them, between Muskegon and Ottawa, and a no-contact order out of a third county. Kolkema's attorney countered that, firing back. He worried the process had gone political. Take a listen to the state's response.
We are treating this no differently than any other case. We'd actually encourage the court to set this to a speedy trial so that we can have a trial sooner and not push it back and make it political. And we already have had requests from Mr. Nolan's office that the defendant wants to lift the no contact order so that the victim can be a part of his campaign and his parades. It's ridiculous.
Now, that request, though, was not granted by the judge, but in his response, Kolkema's attorney said his client had no record, was aware of a no contact order against the victim, not Kolkema, in connection to a previous decision, but none of the other allegations prosecutors raised. Now, outside of the building here in Muskegon District Court, a demonstration advocating against domestic violence just wrapped up. They were out here starting around 9 this morning asking drivers to honk in support.
Domestic violence is a big issue in Muskegon County. It's an issue, but more importantly, he will be able to, if he's on the bench, affect the lives of women and children in Muskegon County at a higher degree than a lot of people ever could. So we need to make sure that he doesn't get there.
Now, we were aware of another alleged incident involving one of her children in a doorknob via court documents. No charges were ever filed there. The judge, in this case, did make it a point to reiterate some of the conditions of Kolkema's bond, that it does include no contact with the victim. If convicted on this domestic violence charge, Kolkema stands to face 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine. At 6, we're going to take a look at what else we learned about this case, not only from this arraignment today, but from court documents we obtained via the Freedom of Information Act and the status of Kolkema's campaign as well, which appears to still be going on.